The life of the 9th Parliament will run out in less than 2 years, but as lawmakers look left and right seeking to fund their campaigns for 2016 general elections and service their debts, financial indiscipline has caught up with many of them.
Some members were heavily indebted, very heavily indebted.
Speaker Rebecca Kadaga says the troubled MPs take refuge in the parliamentary premises for fear of arrest since they have immunity in Parliament.
There are members who find difficulties walking outside the presence of Parliament because the bailiffs are waiting, they are moving around the gates.
A few months after the elections, Parliament organized an induction course for the new MPs. Kadaga cautioned them against heavy borrowing, but it seems her plea fell on deaf ears.
The banks got the Electoral Commission, they get members' numbers, and they ring you even before you take oath. They say, Jingo, do you want 300 million shillings in 2 days? And even in that meeting, the members said, don't treat us like children. For you have got money, you don't want us to get money.
The Speaker says the heavily indebted MPs have not only become a burden to Parliament, but also soiled its image.
So we have been turned into a collection agency for free for the banks because it is at no cost to them.
The Minister of Finance recently rejected attempts to bail out MPs from their debt trap.
The government refused to give us a guarantee to get that money to relieve the members of Parliament and reschedule their debts.
Kadaga says Parliament will no longer guarantee loans for MPs.
I have now written to all the banks to say that in the 10th Parliament, the Parliament of Uganda will not guarantee any loan for a member. If a bank wants to borrow money to a member of Parliament, they will deal with the member as an individual. No member will be allowed to commit more than 1/3 of his or her earnings.
The Speaker's comments come a few weeks after the leader of opposition, Wafula Ogutu, claimed that NRM lawmakers and some in the opposition were secretly being bailed out of debts between 110 and 130 million shillings each.
It is true that this money has been given to some people.
The MPs were bitter and asked Wafula to give evidence or face disciplinary action.
When the leader of opposition was approached, he denied that you misquoted him, you misunderstood him. Yes, that's what he said. I think to the shadow cabinet he also said the same, he was misquoted.
Kadaga also told the journalists that she will not accept to be stampeded by cabinet over electoral reforms.
I'm on record. I've written to the President, I've written to the Attorney General, no one has answered me.
Franked by parliamentary commissioners and the clerk to Parliament, Jenny Kibirige, Kadaga announced that Parliament will start electronic voting by December this year.
Because if you have electronic voting, you can vote in 5 minutes.
Parliament is also considering an amendment to use its lawyers instead of the Attorney General's chambers.
We are forcefully represented by the Attorney General. Each time we have applied to court to represent ourselves, they have refused.
When a city lawyer, Severino Twinobusinge, sued the Parliament after MPs recommended the sacking of Prime Minister Amama Mbabazi and 2 ministers over the oil scandal, Attorney General Peter Nyombi agreed with Severino and the court awarded him about 12 billion shillings. But Severino claims he has never received the money. Jingo Francis, NTV Weekend Edition.